The same party that is pro-abortion, that believes in tearing unborn children away from the womb, crushing them, and then just throwing them out into disposal, are saying, think about the children. The same party. What the government means when they say gun control, what the Democrats in particular mean when they say gun control, is not what you think. The Democrats are going after moms with newborn children, moms with any children. And you know how women are, and I'm not going to say all women are like this, but a majority. It's like a majority of men have anger issues. I have anger issues, I admit it. But no, they go after your emotion. You can get to women more easily through emotion, because women put emotion over rational thought. A great majority of them do. Some don't, but the great majority of women throughout time have always put emotion over rational thinking, rational thought. And they're going after these mothers. They're going after moms demand action. Moms demand action is going all over the place. And they're preaching this stuff like, get all high-capacity magazines out of the hands of people. Get all guns that can kill out of the hands. That's all out of the hands of people. That's all things. I can kill someone with this. And you know what this is? This is crushed red pepper. I can kill someone with this canister around. You can gag them. You can just beat them to death with it. You can kill anyone with anything. Even with a hat. You can gag someone with a hat and they die. And they're just saying, get all guns out of the hands of people. The Democrats are saying, gun control, we need gun control. And then they're having their little lemmings going around saying, we need gun control, gun reform. Here's the thing. What Democrats, and there are Republicans that want gun control and more gun legislation too. Here's the thing, what politicians mean when they say gun control. They mean total bans. Complete bans, no guns at all. Any citizens, we don't care what the Constitution says, that's what they mean. They go after all these groups of these new moms or these new dads to a lesser extent, saying, oh, your kids, do you really want them to grow up in a world where people have guns? You really want them to grow up in a world where people can have the power to choose whether you live or die? That is anyone. Anyone chooses whether or not you have the power to live or die. Even yourself, how you choose to defend yourself, what you choose to carry around with you in your everyday life. You have the power. Now, I'm not saying just because you have a gun or you're in one of those states where you can open carry an AR-15, an Armalite rifle Model 15, or whatever brand you have has their own model of AR-15, but they call it something different. It doesn't matter whether you have a gun with you or not. There's still a possibility that you can die, but there's also a possibility for life. You can protect yourself, or you can protect someone else that's being attacked by someone with a weapon. And I would rather have a chance of living than to have no chance at all and just be gunned straight down, or to be walking down the street in an alleyway and see someone get gunned down, knowing that, damn, I could have had something that might have prevented this. I could have saved that person's life. Whether I got shot, they turn on me and shoot me after I shoot them to defend the person gets up and runs away. It's all about the possibility. Where there's life, there's possibility. And it's funny that the Democrats are going around to these new moms and new dads and saying, do you really want your child, this puts your child at risk, your child can be killed. The same party that is pro-abortion, that believes in tearing unborn children away from the womb, crushing them, and then just throwing them out into disposal, are saying, think about the children. The same party that supports abortion is saying, think about your children. Are you fucking kidding me? And when you bring this up to Democrats, they're like, oh, the Republicans are evil. Oh, taxes. Democrats raise taxes more than Republicans. Now, Ronald Reagan was a piece of shit. I'll agree with you there. But here's the thing. They're hypocrites. These same Democrats, Adam Bullshift, as I call him, Adam Schiff, is saying, oh, Donald Trump and the Republicans are unconstitutional. Yet you want to ban guns. You want to ban certain types of ammunition. You want to ban certain weapons. It's really all weapons, as I said earlier. You want to ban all this shit, and then you have the nerve to call Republicans unconstitutional, anti-constitution. Are you fucking kidding me? You notice that all the things that Democrats accuse Republicans and independents of is shit that they're guilty of? And they have their whole base brainwashed into believing the bullshit. It's just absolutely sickening. When Democrats in particular say gun control, they mean all guns. It always starts out with one, and then the rest of them go by. When the assault weapons ban took effect, when it finally expired, guess what? They looked at the data and there was no change. There was not a significant change at all in deaths. Hammers, knives, handguns all cause more death than AR-15s, assault rifles, weapons of war. They don't exist. Well, they do exist, but not usually in civilian hands. The people that have AR-15s, like actual AR-15 assault weapons, assault rifles, are in the military. They're automatic, or they have a switch that has automatic burst fire and then semi-automatic one shot, which is what we all have. Everyone that owns an assault rifle in America that doesn't have the waiver, doesn't have the taxes, hasn't gone through the extreme background check and mental background checks, unconstitutional by the way, has a semi-automatic. On the news, I watched them play videos of them saying, here are citizens shooting at the gun range, and it's pull the trigger once and then 30 bullets come out. I'm like, no, hardly any, very, like, I would say less than 1% of citizens have an automatic weapon. And they're military or former military or police or former police. And there are some citizens that do, but it's very rare because it's extremely difficult to. So all these ones, you're fucking interviewing policemen at the gun range. Of course they're going to take their automatics. And the news knows this. They know it. And if they don't, then they're not news. It's just ridiculous. With an assault weapon, it's you pull the trigger once, one bullet comes out. It's only as fast as your trigger finger. Now, yes, I could be like, it's never going to be as fast as an automatic. So, and they're like, oh, well, with assault, what was it? With assault weapons, you can take out 30 people in a minute. That's, you know, if you have great aim and all that, yeah, that's kind of true in a way. But guess what? My Kel-Tec CP33 holds 33 rounds, and then there's also an extender to give it 50 rounds. And it's a handgun, a competition pistol, a 22. Kel-Tec makes quite a few handguns, 22s and 45s, that hold over 25 rounds. And yeah, I don't see them going after those, but it's coming. At first, it's the assault weapons, the Armalite Rifle 15s that they call Assault Rifle 15, which is completely inaccurate. Armalite Rifle is what AR stands for, not Assault Rifle, Armalite. First, it starts with that. Then comes the handguns that hold over 20 rounds. Then comes the guns that hold over 10 rounds. And then it's the guns that hold 10 rounds. And then it's the ones that hold 5 rounds. And then it's a gun that holds more than one bullet. Hell, Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden said during the debates, and Beto O'Rourke also said it, but he only said it one time. Elizabeth Warren and Biden have said this multiple times. We're coming after guns that hold more than one bullet. That's what they said. That's what they preach. We're coming after guns that hold more than one bullet. And then what happens when you get all the guns that hold more than one bullet? Then you have lever actions. And then what happens when people still shoot with that? Granted, knives and other weapons, knives and cars, kill more than guns per year. Abortion kills more than guns per year. Yet no one gives a fuck. A whole bunch of people support abortion. Even some Republicans support abortion. No one gives a shit. And it's like you're going after the wrong goddamn thing. Are we going to ban cars because somebody might run into a crowd of people and kill them? Are we going to ban cars because it'll prevent car wrecks? Are we going to stop selling knives because, oh my god, someone might get stabbed? It's just so fucking ridiculous. Out of all the people we have here, the crime is pretty low when it comes to guns. Our gun crime is higher than England and Australia because England and Australia took the guns and then their knife and acid rates went way up after that. People will find anything to use as a kind of, what's that called? A substitute. You take the guns away, then they're going to start using knives even more than they already do. And they're going to start using hammers more. They're going to start using bowling balls. They're going to make bowling ball cannons, which do exist, oddly enough. But that's beside the point. It's going to substitute something else for something else. Say, oh, look, our gun rate went way down. And then the news will say, oh, our crime rate's way lower now since we banned the guns. Not going to report on the increase in knife deaths and acid and bowling balls and cars and alcohol and abortion. You're not going to report about the shit that actually kills a shit ton of people daily. We don't blame the car for the death. We blame the irresponsible driver or the driver incompetence. Maybe the driver is responsible and then a bird hit their windshield and then they go crashing into another car. You don't blame the gun for the crime. You blame the person with 2 arms that fired the fucking gun. And the news doesn't report that a lot of these gun deaths or gun injuries are by fucking self-defense, people breaking into houses or cars or businesses, and then the owners are shooting at them, something like that. They don't report that. And they don't, the suicides as well, they don't report on that. But guess what? The Democrats are saying in California, as they're going before the House Reps and then the Senate, they're saying, oh, we need more gun legislation to prevent, there's only a few of them that are like, we need more gun legislation to prevent suicides. I'm like, hang on. The one time suicide's brought up, and you can look this up on YouTube and Google, the one time that suicide is brought up is when they say we need gun laws, gun legislation, gun reform to protect people to prevent people from committing suicide. You take the gun away. They're going to use knives. They already do. They're going to hang themselves. They already do. So it doesn't... What sense does that make? Punish everyone that's not suicidal for what the suicidal decide to do. Are you going to ban blankets because people can kill themselves by hanging themselves with their blanket? Are you going to ban those? What about belts? They can tie it around their neck and then attach it to the ceiling fan, rafter, whatever you have, what have you, in a barn or whatever. You're going to ban that too? I can beat someone with a belt. I can beat someone to death with a belt. You're gonna ban belts? It happens every day. Abusive parents kill their children all the time with belts. Are you gonna ban those? What are you gonna ban after that? I mean, at what point is America... why is America still called land of the free when everything is illegal here? I can't call someone a bitch now without them going to the police and, oh my god, I'm in a trial, oh my god, I gotta pay a fine, or oh my god, if it happens again, I'm going to jail because I was warned once and I didn't listen. At what point do we take away the title home of like land of the free? At what point do we take away that title? Because everyone's all like, oh, take our rights away, take our right to freedom of speech away, take our right to privacy away, take our right to a fair trial away, take our right to bear arms away. It's all about government control, government conditioning, and the media is all behind it. And I'm not going to say Fox News is entirely innocent. They're not. They have been proven to provide false information. Sorry about that. Someone's gonna rip that out and say, oh, false facts. No. Sorry about that. False information. It's just absolutely sickening what's going on. That's how gun control works. Starts with one thing. They ban ammo. They ban a certain type of ammo. They ban fucking forcing permits, gun carrying permits, open carry permits, concealed carry permits. Why should I have to pay for a permit for a gun that I bought, that I own lawfully, that I own ammo for, and that nobody's gonna see unless it falls out of my holster that's tucked into my shirt or something? Why should I have to pay a permit for something that's not gonna be seen? Why should I have to pay a permit to open carry a gun that I own? Now, I can understand if I went to the police department, hey, I want to rent your gun for a week, here's your $500, if they even did that. And they don't. At least I don't know of any police departments that let you rent their guns. But I'm like, hey, I want to rent your gun, your semi-automatic weapon. Can I have a permit for that? That I can understand. Is if you're borrowing government property. But something that I own, I should not have to pay a permit to either conceal carry or open carry. It says the right of the people to keep and bear arms. It doesn't say pay a fee. You don't pay a fee for a right. A right that you have to pay a fee for is not a right, it's a privilege. Absolutely sickening. The Democrats have to be stopped. Republicans and independents, you have to go vote. You have to go vote. because the Democrats just sweep through Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana. They just sweep through and shit through a whole bunch of states just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they took over a whole bunch of Republican and independent seats. They sweep through because nobody voted. The poll play. I went to West Newton School where they were having the voting. It was empty except for the people at the booth. Not the when you walk in, the people that you have to give your ID to. It was empty. Empty. Eric Holcomb got reelected. A Democrat got fucking reelected. And the Republican lost by 10 votes to my knowledge. It could change. I saw it early on when I was following the live polls. I'm like, what the hell? He won by such a small margin. The numbers have probably changed by now. Someone's gonna be like, well, it's actually this many votes now. I'm like, I saw the live voting, but I'm like, he won. He's a Democrat. He's a piece of shit. He's done nothing for Indiana. Nothing good. That's why when Donald Trump, November, you've got to vote. Now, I would normally say vote for who you want, but guess what? The big contenders are Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Donald Trump, and Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, BS. Elizabeth Warren, ew. You can't spell ew without Elizabeth Warren. And Joe Biden, JB, is Joblo. But anyway, it's like, and the independents are not going to win. Not until they get a higher fan base. You got to vote Donald. Unless his red flag law, like he signs that in, unless he signs a weapon ban and ammo ban or more gun legislation in January, which he is promising, or he promised to do this year. He said, come January, we'll see. We'll vote on it. We'll vote and sign the law or not sign the law. He said, if he does any of that, then don't vote for him. But then again, at the same time, it's like, who else are we going to vote for? He's the only Republican. And the independents, if all the Republicans switch to independent, there's a possibility. But I highly doubt anyone's going to do that. There are going to be people that even if Donald Trump did vote in gun legislation, gun control, gun laws, more than the bump stock ban, which still pisses me off to this day. There's going to be people that still vote for him no matter what. There are going to be people that say, he's not anti-Second Amendment. Even though he did all that stuff, he's not anti-Second Amendment. He still wants us to have our guns. Obviously not, if he does that. I mean, the bump stock ban was bad enough. But anyway, there's no escape. There's nothing. I mean, I've got a solution. 1776.